Just a quick audio intro. The video you're going to see is work being done on a Ford truck for a friend that needed resolution. It's rough video. It was shot very quickly. Please make allowances. So I'm working on this Ford that belongs to my neighbor's son. This is the one that I pulled apart to do head gaskets on and had all the fun doing the timing on. And we've had a screwball little leak from the oil filler down there and from the timing case cover that I think I've got now. It looked like it was actually coming from the oil filter rather than the timing case, I hope. But one of the things, customer complaint, the system is trying to run the glow plugs all the time. The glow plug lights are blinking. So I had a little look, and I came over here, and I had to look down at the wiring. I thought, you know, that's just not what that's supposed to look like. Something bad going on in there. I mean, you can see the connector is like melted. And then I thought, okay, so where do heavy wires go? And they go down through this harness right here. And if I follow that harness right there, she comes around, chunk, 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 starts to go up to the alternator, and then I found that little jewel. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. Guessing that the main wire feeding off the alternator feeds back in to this junction block down here, which is probably the yellow one, and then the other two feed off of something in there. And all in all, I ain't liking what I'm seeing. That shouldn't be melting like that for no reason. I know it's supposed to carry fairly high amperage, but there ought to be a fusible link somewhere in the thing. I'll check. And I'm gonna go look at the wires over there, because the controller goes through this harness, which goes down through there, up underneath the air cleaner, and way there in the back, down back there, that thing in the middle with the light shining on it is the controller for the glow plugs. Now, the glow plugs were completely burnt out when I was working on the motor last time, so it wouldn't start worth crap. And it currently has the ZF6, I think they are, glow plugs in it, since I replaced them all. Redid the ends so that they match barrel connector wise, because this has what looks like 7.3 glow plugs in it now instead of the old ones, which were spade connector. And it comes back to me 2 months later after the work, looking like that. So, time to go chase and figure out what in the world is going on in here. I can tell you right now that the connector's shot. I'm gonna have to move to something else that can carry high amperage and carry the other wires. There's only about 8 wires in there, so it's not that big a deal to build a connector out of some stuff that I have. But there's a whole bunch of wire in here that has got to be put back together the right way. And I don't know how you can carry that much juice to melt that stuff that thorough if those things down there that I think are fusible links are. They should have melted in two and just broke loose. Quit. Anyway, onward. This one looks like it's going to be interesting. Alright, so where are we? Well, there's a nice heavy wire, number 6, that comes out, makes a double splice to number 10 wire that goes into these 3/8 inch connectors, which I tested with a pair of maxi fuses at 40 amps, and they blew faster than I could get an ampere reading. So I took the fusible links that had not broken, which are 14s. Yeah, I know it's upside down. I think that says 14. Let's get down there and look at it. Too close, can't focus. Should be a 14. Anyway, they are still functional even though one of the wires was melted completely off. And they look really, really bad. But the fusible link holds, and I pulled 180 amps or one half of that when I had the glow plugs run for about 7 seconds. So they're running really hot. I also use these connectors. These little jewels make a beautiful replacement for a non-weather pack connector. So I've got heat shrink banana connectors down there to carry the higher amperage, and number 10 wire that was carrying it before. And then I've got all these wires run in, and the owner of the truck's little problem with the light, the glow plug indicator flickering was that wire right there. Had a burn melt in it that was putting power through it, because that goes right back to the lights, turns them on. So that's all workable, and we seem to have it. I just need to make up a pair of fusible links instead of fuses, because the fusible links blow slower than a fuse does. Any size maxi fuse I put in there, I'm basically going to blow, because it has to be almost 200 amps, which is ridiculous. That's fire making, and I would rather have a fusible link. Good enough. Anyway, we seem to be fixed. Hope you enjoyed the video. This was an interesting problem to solve.